HUD activated. Commence briefing.
Hello, long time no see. I'm back at it again, making challenge videos. My #1 goal for this challenge run is to pay attention to the story this time. Plus, I'll be playing this game upside down. I don't know which is harder. That's enough of that. And the footage is from a pretty good game. It's about zombies, and everybody's infected. But Crane's not here to help with that. He's here to spy on everyone, because there's a file thief amongst them. What's in the file, you ask? Crane doesn't know. He doesn't have clearance for that. Crane's awake finally, so it's time for his mission to begin. Step 1 of that, locate the file thief by introducing himself. Meet Rahim. He found Crane's satellite phone. Crane's like, give me back my phone. I need to make a long distance phone call. Operation Fox in the hen house is a go. Anyways, I'm playing on an upside down monitor. For now, and my accountability camera footage will be right behind the gameplay. Damn, Crane has a strong grip. He must have really strong hands. You know, it'd look good if he had a weapon in him. Maybe the quartermaster can help me with that. He's the least useless. Just check out this weapon he's giving me. Time to go outside. Next, it's time to meet the Doc. Played by that one dude from Ghost in the Darkness. Maybe not, he dies super early. Crane waddling down a ramp. And then there's Spike. He's Crane's other handler. And suddenly, I'm out of the prologue.
Ah, shit.
I can start the real challenge now, which is really about using Drunken Pumpkins, which I only transferred 1,000 or so of. I doubt I'll need more than that. Also, no healing items. And I got help from someone in my Xbox club. Thank you, donkey. However, I'm using the trick potion that flips my screen upside down. That's when I'm allowed to move. But don't worry, I won't make you watch it like that. I've edited it, so you'll know when I'm upside down. The HUD's also a clue. That's enough of that. Jade says I'm gonna meet the leader of the tower now. But whatever I do not notice or mention the big giant bandage he has on his head. Crane found no file thieves. Time to call the GRE within full view of the tower.
Crane here.
Good job, Crane. You're doing well.
The next step is to find an antizen drop, especially before anybody at the tower can find one. Hey, would you look at that? A drop is landing right next to Crane. On my way over, I find one of Crane's operative buddies. He looks like someone named Dale. Anyways, that airdrop was stolen, but that doesn't stop Crane from finding another one. That objective is completed. Now what? The tower is in desperate need of these meds, and that's why Crane's ordered to burn it. All of it. Don't worry, he grabbed enough for himself. Now we're getting chased by the vampires from Blade, which isn't meant to be very hard. I got killed several times here. A goon distracted me and got me killed one of those times. But I finally made it. No one suspects a thing, and the plan is moving forward smoothly.
Buying from Rais?
Crane, can you hear me?
Jade? Yeah, I copy. Something wrong?
No, we all appreciate what you're doing. And I know you're doing it to redeem yourself. Because Amir died saving
I'm doing it because if we don't get antizin from Rais, people will start to die.
You know, I met Amir right after the outbreak.
I sense a pattern. Oh well, time to meet Rais.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
This guy looks like the dude from the briefing I was given. Now I just need to convince him to let me work for him, somehow.
Your services? Your loyalty? Perhaps I should take both.
That was easy.
I don't remember it being so echoey.
Very echoey. Rais picked Crane for his really strong grip, which he's gonna need here in it. Go fuck yourself. Anyways, the handler's up to speed. This next mission's pretty greasy, but it's the only way to get close to Rais by demonstrating my value, starting with bitch work. But no worries, we'll begin to the gangster shit real soon. Damn it, I have to let go when the screen flips upright. Value demonstrated. Anyways, we have to let go in this situation.
Well, zip lines are fine.
Don't have to let go, got it. I'll try to farm stuffed turtle, even though I can't really afford to. My drunken pumpkins are limited. From here on out, I better stick to the essential stuff. Look who I found. Everyone's favorite crazy bastard. Crane's eye floaties are back. Probably a symptom of watching this dude bang his mom all day. Not a problem. This is Colombia, I think, which might be a free country. Back to infiltrating Rais. It's got me doing thug shit now, and Crane's being a little bitch about it, which nobody likes.
Fuck off!
And Crane wants to be liked. If only Crane didn't burn a certain drop, he could have been a hero. I wonder how Brecken and the tower's doing.
Crane, do you copy? We need antizin right fucking now. God, just hurry, please.
Whoops, I'm running low on potions already. I better get more and make it snappy. That's a new thing that I'm doing, telling people to make it snappy. Back to Rais. But Crane is growing weary. I don't know why. Rais wants Crane to do something else, but Crane's cock says no. So Rais gets pissed and starts talking about passion. A lot. Because he's Latino. He also gave me 5 vials of antizin. Too little too late, says Jade. A bunch of children are dead now. Not that Crane blames himself at all. Brecken probably would. Crane's showing signs of going rogue, saving Rahim from himself, and abandoning his mission. His handler needs to get him back on course.
Crane here.
Report.
I'm no longer cooperating with Rais. He wanted me to kidnap Jade Aldemir and dump her with him so he can make her fight in his pit.
Refuse, and we'll have one of our other operatives expose you.
I'm not a fucking human trafficker.
We have satellite footage of you burning antizin, which led to the deaths of multiple children.
What the fuck kind of humanitarian outfit?
In your last report, you said Brecken frightened you when he smashed a TV, due to the outbreak in the tower that you caused. How will he react when he learns the truth?
Look.
You're an operative for the cooperative, Crane. Start acting like it.
All right, fine.
and make it snappy.
Alright, you got me. None of that really happened. Here's how that phone call really went.
This is Crane, do you copy?
What do you want, Crane?
She lost control of Crane.
Crane, this is Jade. Do you copy?
Crane follows his boner, which led him here working for Jade. She thinks Rais is storing antizin at the high school, and we're here to find it, which sounds way funner than watching her fight in the pit. I'm being sarcastic, but seriously, Jade not fighting feels like a missed opportunity. Maybe I should pay attention. I'm running low on supplies, including weapons.
I'm not equipped for this.
I've got infinite cranes to throw at these people. Time consuming, but how hard can it be? I'll just keep pushing forward. Whoops, my screen flipped upright. When that happens, I'm only allowed to kick. House rule. That's it, this is getting ridiculous. So I backed out and set the difficulty to normal. I need a weapon. And as far as I know, I can't leave the high school and get more. I can, but I don't know that. So I can't say I did this entirely on Nightmare. And even on normal. Crane's kicking is no match for Rice's men. Time to call a friend. Thank God SpiderGamez online. And thanks to him, I've got unlimited Drunken Pumpkins. Now I have all the time in the world to beef up a bit. Finding good weapons in Dying Light isn't hard, if you know where to look. I'm also able to farm stuffed turtle properly now. I never put any restrictions on the grapple hook for this run. Time to try to go to the top of the bridge. Notice I said try. Sometimes Crane will grab an edge to save his own life. Back to the high school. I'm at the part now where Techline tries to give me a boner. Jade's excited about a crate she found. But what we really found were a bunch of explosives. I know where to put it. You can look, but don't touch. And Dr. Zero needs my help now, getting samples and such. This was a bitch. He's trying to find a cure, which is impossible. But he does it anyway.
Wait, you what? Fucking hell, Rahim, that was my job!
They took my job!
Big surprise, Rahim took the explosives and got himself jammed up a little bit. So now it's up to me to plant the explosives that he couldn't. I got viral slapping my ass cheeks nonstop. Doing this in 2 tries, now that I doubt. I have to drink a potion between the slaps, so it's a matter of luck. And I got really lucky.
Oh my god, I made it out.
Hey, Rahim! It worked, man! Hey, your plan worked, kid! Rahim? Hey, do you copy? Rahim, stop!
So much for that rescue. Before I go back, I wish to start the quest, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Amongst other things. Now I'll go tell Brecken about how Rahim died. Jade's overhearing this, and Crane's ready to fill her in on all the details. But she's having none of it. What an odd thing to do in this situation. I mean, it's her family that died. Dr. Zero's been kidnapped by Rais, and it's up to Crane to infiltrate his lair, to rescue the doctor, who is synthesizing a cure, or whatever. This part's a bitch with melee weapons, but in the end I did find a gun.
Crane, thank God. Right now we have to get out of here, so please lower your voice.
Anti-Scorpion down. Spare no resource.
And these two?
We finally get to see the pit, also known as the arena.
Stand him up.
But I don't have my Drunken Pumpkins here, so I have to flip my screen upside down. I love this elbow punch move that Crane. No time for that, we're fighting in the arena now. I'll make it quick and easy by kicking all the zombies into spikes. But seriously though, how much cooler would it be to watch Jade fight in the arena instead? Why would you build up Jade to be this fancy kickboxer and then not use her? So I think we're meant to feel robbed at this point. Uh-oh, Rais just uploaded the file Crane was trying to recover to the internet using his phone. Unlucky for everyone. Crane really wants his phone back. And yes, I do mean everyone. Crane failed his original mission that he already failed, and then he failed this rescue attempt. God, Kyle sucks. I'm calling Crane Kyle from now on. And yes, I did get lost during my escape, but I always figure it out. It's just a matter of time, bitch. Kyle's lazy ass sleeps for 24 hours straight. And look who it is. Kyle's favorite guy to fuck over. And then there's this guy. You're coming with me. I might as well do a quick side mission, which involves rescuing someone. There's a good reason for this one to succeed.
Yeah, no, I'll just take my pay.
With all this free time, I might as well level up a bit by way of farming the shit out of stuffed turtle. And it's time for me to collect my pay. I'm so happy right now. I could just continue the main story. Right now, Kyle's chasing after Jade, but there's one little hiccup. I'm being set up by the sewer people, which means there's an ambush up ahead, and I'm trying to avoid it. So I took another way to Old Town, because I don't want to have to flip my screen upside down, if I can make it. And I did make it. I made it all the way, but the door doesn't work. I have no choice but to flip my screen upside down. Here I go into the ambush. Every time I flip my screen, I failed the challenge. Got through the dumbass part, and there's some fodder between me and the new map. No matter, like I said before, I have unlimited cranes. I made it to the second half of the game, and my first stop, Troy. She's mad at me because Jade's mad at me. She needs to get her on the phone so Kyle can make a better first impression. He spills all the beans about him being a GRE operative. They decide to listen, because Crane didn't spill all the beans. It's official that GRE is evil. Why does anybody trust Crane? I don't know. But Crane is known for sleeping like a baby, and for sleeping days on end. So nobody suspects he has a guilty conscience, I guess. Plus he's super self-righteous all the time. The next phase of this mission, plant explosives in certain places, and then leave. Operation Get the World's Attention is a go.
I see what you did
I'm glad Jade didn't see this next part. We might be getting firebombed after all. Jade invited Kyle to her apartment, which means this could be the first time she knowingly bangs a GRE operative, if Kyle can get in. We didn't get to see the Scorpion fight in the arena, so a sex scene
Jade!
would be
Jade!
pretty classy. Oh, we might get to see Jade fight after all.
What happens when to a whatever? I don't give a shit.
Before I watch another rescue attempt by Kyle Crane, I'd like to do one or two things real quick, because after all, there's so many activities. Like the clicker Easter egg, for example. Can you guess why it's called that? It's just a king mod, but harder to get. I wasted a lot of time here. Jade could be getting tortured right now, for all I know. But check out how good I got at farming the stuffed turtle. It almost looks like I'm doing it right side up. I'm also looking for a certain weapon. Kings are just a bonus. And would you look at this? Another king. Can you guess what weapon I'm trying to get? Let me give you a hint. It's one of the best weapons in the game, and now I've got a rainbow of them. Back to the Mario Easter egg. This is where you get the Paiza suit blueprint. Once built, I'll be able to soar like a bird. And look, I got the clicker mod. Toxic Reaper is another weapon modification, and it's my favorite. Meanwhile, at the museum, I don't know what's going on at the museum, I'm not fucking psychic. But now I'm ready to sneak in at least, which involves a lot of swimming. I can't even make it halfway. I have to flip the screen again. This challenge would be a lot cleaner if I didn't have to do that. It's all been building up to this, the Jade fight, and it better not disappoint.
Troy,
I hear you.
I'm in.
How much longer do we have to wait, I wonder?
Hello, Crane.
Rais is like, say hi to Tahir for me. How cool would it be if we got to see Jade and Tahir fight? This game keeps building up how much of a badass Jade is, so it stands to reason that we're gonna see something cool. Those were my expectations anyways, 10 years ago. I'm used to disappointment. And here we are, we found Jade. Crane can't allow her to fall asleep. If she falls asleep, she'll become a zombie.
Just give me a minute.
Refreshing. But this is boring and Crane's getting really tired. Crane also has sleeping issues. He's a sleepwalker. When he sleepwalks, he tries to put others to sleep. And Jade's tired again. In the end, it did disappoint. That's 3 for 3 on the botched rescues. Good job, Kyle. Time for the Tahir fight. And I'd go without my potions once again. All for a really short fight. And then Crane was like, you shouldn't have left your shoes untied. Or some shit like that. And Rais got away with the cure that he stole from Jade. But there's more pressing matters. According to Troy, the military really wants to firebomb the city. So Crane's gonna do something about it. Another king. There's a lot of opportunities between here and the next part of the map. Alright, my least favorite mission. It's all about climbing this damn tower, which really wasn't that hard, but time consuming. With the jammer gone, Crane can let the whole world know that there's survivors in Harran.
That was too close.
I'm not allowed to zipline right side up. Of course. It's a good thing I got the Paiza suit. I don't know how I would have gotten down from the tower. And with that out of the way, it's time to find more Easter eggs. Like the Plants vs. Zombies Easter egg. How neat. I ain't got time for that. Another doctor needs rescuing. But with Crane's track record, I don't think he's gonna pull through. I take back what I said before. This is my least favorite mission. There's just something about indoor levels that I don't like. Meet my new doctor. And just like any doctor, he demands samples. Zombie samples. Phone call.
Kyle Crane, you can hear me, can you not?
Rise. Where are you?
Exactly where I should be, atop my own tower. Of course, mine is not quite complete, but it still stands as a monument to chaos.
Sure. We found the man we were looking for, and then we met Jade. Kyle got a little distracted, and ultimately cock-blocked. Time to get ready. There's a weapon I need to get still. This is another goal I want to reach as part of the challenge, and I'm not allowed to found it, the diamond tier. And would you look at that? I've got the entire collection. Now I'm ready.
The music of suffering, played by slaves.
The life of Rais. Challenging without a father. Rais set up a zombie obstacle course. All I have to do is run, but it's been a while since I beat this game. I know I'm climbing the tower, but where do I start? I forget where to go. Seriously, where the hell do I go? Now I remember. To go up, I must first go down. Into a volatile nest, where they have a baby on guard.
Bitch.
Here they come. The vampires from Blade 2, or was it Blade 3? Climbing just out of reach gives me enough time to drink a potion. These guys aren't fast enough, even though they can run as fast as a grizzly on flat ground. Volatiles have a weakness, and that is their dumbass growling animations. Of course, I already knew how to do all this from the first time I did this challenge. That's why I'm not allowed to use medkits, because I did the same run 4 years ago.
Dude, I didn't think I was gonna make that.
Made it to the top of the ladder with no time to spare. The hardest part of the Rise boss fight is over, and now we finally get to go up, where Rise is waiting for us, at the top. And we get a nice view of the city while we're at it. This part of the mission's pretty easy when you're playing right side up. It's like the tutorial, but with zombies everywhere. Just one floor of that crap. And we find one of Crane's old handlers. Damn it, I forget his name, but he says Rise is a dirty backstabber, and that I should go around. I just skipped the checkpoint by avoiding jumping into the trash on the crane. No zombies spawn. In fact, all the scripted moments that are supposed to happen don't happen, so I can take my time and study the building's layout. I can even scale the side of the skyscraper without having to flip my screen upside down. Normally I have to flip it there. Anyways, this part of the boss fight is all about balancing.
Oh my god.
Which is made harder by being upside down, of course. Here's a little taste of what I had to go through. Easy does it.
Easy does it.
It's just a matter of putting one foot in front of the other. And finally, I'm there. I've made it to the top of the Rais tower. And of course, I can't activate the interactive cutscene. Oh well, better go back. All the way back to when Kyle found Kareem. Or is it Karim? I could have paid closer attention to some details, but none of that matters anymore. Right now, avenging Jade is Kyle's main objective. But there's just one little problem. By glitching the game out before, I had a lot less skyscraper to climb, and I barely made it. Which can only mean one thing. I have to flip my fucking screen upside down once again, for the 10th time.
Alright.
Now it's time for that interactive cutscene I was talking about. I'll shut up so we can watch what we've already seen before.
I guess that means I don't need this anymore.
As long as he keeps the blade in, he could survive. Uh-oh. Kyle should hold on to that.
Rule number 1.
This is where Kyle tells Rais he needs to clean up his act, and he seems to take it all in. Of course, that's when the GRE shows up, promising to give a ride to whoever gives him the zombie cure first, giving Rais time to regenerate.
You have until the count of 5. 1, 2.
Alright. Here. That's that for a decision, asshole!
And that's the end of the game. I beat it upside down, but not entirely using the potions, which took me approximately 31 hours to complete. I didn't show all my struggles that I had to go through while making this video, and in most cases, the potion gave me just enough time to get through stuff. If it didn't, well, I had to flip my screen, but I did succeed in not using medkits, which is something. But this isn't all there is to Dying Light. Techland did give us the following. I played through that upside down during the 10th anniversary. 1 week was Moon Gravity. 1 week was Hyper Mode. And then the next week was Super Crane. And then there was Viral Rush, but that doesn't work during the following. I used the upside down potions, no medkits, and no weapons this time, so I had to get pretty creative. The following has some of the hardest bosses. It was a real bitch. Sorry it took me forever to put this video out, but it was a pain in the ass to edit, as you can see. But that's not the only thing that was a pain in the ass. There's something else I always wanted to attach to this video for contrast purposes. I want to put satire right next to very serious business. There's a certain person who doesn't like my sense of humor very much, and I warned this person that if they ever said my name, that there would be hell to pay. God forbid they say my name in passing or something, which the kid fucking did. Part of my sense of humor is I like to call people, especially strangers, slurs. You know, racial slurs, gay slurs, all the slurs. He saw an opportunity to make things weird, which he did. And nothing went right for me after that. And all of a sudden, nobody appreciated my humor. Techland also offered me a computer monitor back in the day, and I told them my intentions of using it for an upside down video, but they hated the idea. I don't know if they hated that as much as they hated the part where I talked about shitting on the screen. And I mean like literally shitting all over the monitor. I was gonna take a bunch of X-Lax and just have a flash of me projectile shitting onto the screen, but I also wanted Techline to help me out with some of my legal problems, if I was going to start being a shill for them. It'd be better if I did that with a clean record, you know what I mean? But anyways, Techland, they're really uptight, and so are the Dying Light YouTubers. All influencers are fucking uptight, and that's all I got to say about that. I'll share more stories with you in the future, but only as a side thing. Alright, that's it. Wow, I got a lot off my chest. Finally, everybody can see how I've been mistreated over the years. Unprofessional, I say. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.